I'm Dr. Lisa Vitro, and I'm at the American Association annual meeting in Philadelphia 2025. And I'm here with Adam Schulhof of Grin. And I'd like for you to tell us a little bit about Grin and what you guys have been up to.
Thank you so much, Lisa. So first of all, I'm here with Yarden, our CTO. And the reason I pulled him over here is because a lot of the exciting new things that are happening at Grin are very much based in AI that we've built. And so for those of you that already know Grin, one of the major differentiators when we built this company was that I did not want doctors to have more digital homework. It was all about, yeah, we've got great innovation, we've got great digital virtual tools, but I don't want your team coming in Monday morning and looking at a whole list of, messages that they have to get back to. And so we have a team behind the scenes that are all unbelievable orthodontic assistants who've been doing this for at least 20 years that are actually responding to patients, taking care of patients, personalized. And when it comes to some of the newer things that we've layered on top, it was in the realm of layering on an AI CoPilot so that together between we call them Grin Care Specialists or GCSs, and CoPilot, we're taking your patient by the hand essentially from the beginning of their journey through your practice through their entire treatment journey. So as that's going through and happening and the patients are walking through that journey, whether it's digital brackets, whether it's aligners, Yarden and his team has developed something we call Treatment Tracker. And I'm gonna let Yarden give you guys a little bit of insight into Treatment Tracker, which is just one piece of our platform.
Yeah, hi, thanks. So all of this AI tools that we're developing, of course, firstly, we want to make our Grin Care Specialist as efficient as possible, of course, because we want to lower costs and be able to monitor all of these patients with a very high frequency, because doing that, we give them a better experience, the patients, and also better treatment outcomes. So part of the things we do are for efficiency, just making their lives easier. And part of them is giving them insights into something that, for a human, it might not be visible to the naked eye, right? And 3D Treatment Tracker is a part of that. So if we take the treatment plan, like the treatment plan stages, the STLs in 3D, where the teeth need to be during treatment, something that usually a doctor would not look at when, they don't look at where the teeth need to be in 3D when they look at the patient's mouth, because you can't really overlay that. How can you tell? You can just say, okay, the teeth are getting straighter, right? But with a 3D Treatment Tracker, we actually map the location of each and every tooth in 3D within the mouth, in each and every scan, remotely from home, right, virtually. And then we compare that to the treatment plan locations. And we measure the deviation in millimeters, like where the tooth is, where it should be. And from that, we can either get, for aligner cases, we don't look at aligner fit to know if the treatment is tracking or not tracking. We'll look at whether the tooth is where it should be at this stage of treatment. Right now, is it where it should be? And for braces where you don't really know where the tooth should be during treatment, what we actually do is we measure tooth movement velocity during treatment. So again, we're not looking at the appliance. We're not looking at the wire passivity. We're looking at whether the tooth is moving or not. If it stopped moving, during the past week, then we know, probably we should switch out the wire because that's not active anymore. So that's the 3D Treatment Tracker.
Wow, that sounds really like that really helps with efficiency. And it's amazing that you'd be able to track movement and really see where we're going with treatment. And now, can patients obviously see their treatment as well? They'll be able to view that tracker to see if they're where they're supposed to be?
So currently we're not showing the tracker to the patient, but they can look at every scan and the morph of every scan. So they'll be able to see their movement. Sometimes we don't want them to have too much information and start bothering you. But what I'm most excited about, and I think you're right there getting that, is that we as orthodontists are going to start understanding more than we already do week by week, stage by stage, archwire by archwire about tooth movement. Because, whether we see our patients every 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 6 weeks, now we're actually having insight metrically. every single time the patient's taking a scan. So think about how that may change our treatment planning a little bit, or how we stage treatment. It's going to kind of be really, really cool.
You're really gathering a lot of data that doesn't exist.
Yeah, absolutely. And when we start talking about AI and, whether it's setups and all these things that machine learning is doing, it's only as good as the data in. So suddenly we're collecting data that's going to be really, really important to be able to drive some of these AIs.
Excellent. Well, thank you, and we appreciate you being a Tech Select partner.
Thank you.
Thank you.